Hello, Adele Bates, Behaviour and Education Specialist here. And for those of you who've been observant, you might know that I am currently up a mountain in Bulgaria. So Zdravei od Bulgaria. This is exactly where I'm sitting and writing most of the book. But I wanted to jump onto this video to let you know that with the magical power of the internet that sometimes works for me, Twitch. There are still loads of resources that I've got available for you that can help you with behaviour and wellbeing right now. So I just wanted to, I'm going to take my notes just to highlight some of those because I don't want you to miss any. Whilst I'm here, I'm still very much in contact with a lot of teachers and pupils, and there's some really hard stuff going on right now. So I wanted to just make sure that you knew that these things were available for you whenever they might be useful. So let's start with, okay, there's some blogs I've got on there, some by me and some by my fantastic guest bloggers. So the first one I want to look at is the free, easy tool to academic process and wellbeing, which is all about free writing. There's actually a couple of blogs on those, on that, it links through. And I know a couple of you have asked for a webinar on that. So if that's something you want as well, keep asking because I might have to put that in at some point, I think. But that can be a really useful free tool that you can be using in your classrooms now, both to help the academic progress and getting kids back into the mindset of focus and maybe writing at length, but also it's a fantastic tool for well-being, both for the pupils and for you to be able to check in with them to see how they're doing. So have a look at that one. Another one I've got on there is the zero tolerance or emotion. So this is really in reference to behaviour. There's been a lot of debate about this as we've gone back to schools, and this is my take on it, looking at what do your students actually need right now. That's the most important bit. So the blog leads through to a podcast that I did recently with Mr. Barton. Hello to all my new maths followers. I got a lot of new maths followers after doing this podcast, maths teachers. So yeah, go and, if you haven't already, go and listen to that podcast. Then we've got a blog specifically for your SEMH pupils, so your pupils with social, emotional, mental health issues, and how to support them specifically, whether they are still at home or they're transitioning back into the classroom, or whether they're in the classroom. So there's one specifically for them. Then I move on to a couple by my fantastic guest bloggers. So we've got When Children Feel Safe, They Learn. And I was really excited by this one because it's the first person I've had come and do some work with me who is an early years specialist, and that's not my zone of genius. And so it was really great to get her wisdom and experience on that. So if you're early years and you're wondering about behaviour and keeping your children safe and their well-being, go to that blog. Then we've got Wellbeing for School Leaders from Kimberly Evans over at Nourish the Workplace. So this is absolutely vital. Our head teachers and our governors and our local authorities and our SLT, they are having to make some really difficult decisions right now. If that's not you, but you know someone who that is, please pass on. Kimberly's actually given us a kind of one-side guide to help with this. So please do pass that on to any leaders that you know. Then we've got, oh yeah, I love this one. It's Finding the Balance in a Topsy-Turvy World by a fantastic colleague of mine, Kate McAllister, who just is so spot on with all this stuff. She looks at what stress is, what toxic stress is, how we can manage it in ourselves before we then support our pupils with that. And there's some absolutely useful knowledge and practical tips in there as well. And then if you just wanted to have a bit more of a laugh because it's all a bit heavy, go over to hashtag insult of the week on Twitter. Thank you very much to everyone, because I put a post out the other day saying, look, I'm in Bulgaria writing my book. No one's telling me to F off. I need some help. And you've really taken that challenge up. And I've had lots of teachers this week replying with their insults of the week. And I picked one out that I just loved. So it was from @Lurty so thank you to her, who this week got told, Miss, you look prettier in your lanyard, which I loved. So get over there and join us for a giggle if that's what you need as well. And then if there are specific things around behaviour that you are really struggling with, we can still book in one of the one-to-one sessions with me where we work on your specific pupils, your specific situation, and we look at solutions and practical ideas that you can implement like next lesson to help you with that. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you still, and if you want to know more about the book, it's called Miss I Don't Give a Shit, and I'll put into the link and the shout outs with everybody, all the information I've given you. So looking forward to seeing you at some point soon-ish, maybe in some kind of way, and thank you for all the hard work you're doing in our schools for our pupils.